Voilà.
Yes. So
Merci.
now I don't say anything like silly things, or I need to be serious. Okay, so my name is Damien. I work at the French Embassy in London. I've been in this position for 4 years, and I'm the higher education attaché. So my work is to facilitate academic cooperation between France and the UK, and to help students like you to go to France, giving information. We also manage some funding schemes at the French Embassy for master students, research students as well. And finally, we also manage a network called France Alumni UK. So when you will be back to the UK after your stay in France, you will be able to join this network and to participate to future events. So what is Campus France UK? As I said, we are here to support academic and research cooperation partnerships, support as well mobility, especially giving information and helping you through the process to get your student visa. We manage scholarship programs and the alumni network. So today I'm going to talk about visa, what you will have to do to get your student visa, then what will be the next steps when you arrive in France, what you will have to have in mind, and finally post-mobility support when you come back to the UK. Talking about visa, so there are a lot of things on this slide, so I'm not going to read it. You'll get the presentation, and so you will be able to go into details. Basically, you will apply for what we call a student visa. Since Brexit, when you go to France for more than 3 months, for more than 90 days, you will have to apply for a student visa. But before you go, you apply for this student visa, there will be a first step, which is called the Études en France platform, and you will have to apply on this platform, create an application and download some supporting documents. You will apply for a student visa also if you, for example, you go to France for a language program. Let's say you go to France for 3 months during summer to do a language program, then you will have to apply for this student visa. You will not need. Is there any EU citizen in this room? Okay, so what I will say about the Études en France procedure and the France visa does not apply to you, because you will not need a student visa. Are there students going to France only for an internship, a work placement? Oh, yes? Okay, so in this case, I will talk today about 2 different procedures: Études en France platform and then France visa. For those who are going to France for a study period, you will have to do the two platforms. First, the Études en France platform, and then the France visa platform. For those who are going only for an internship, they will go directly on the France visa platform. Okay, and as I said, if you are going to France for a short period of time, less than 90 days, in this case, you don't need a visa. You can go to France only with your passport. So let's talk about the Études en France procedure. The Études en France procedure is a step which is prior the visa application. the idea is for us to to examine your uh, your your study project, what you are going to do in France, um, for what date, and to check that you have everything that will be asked for your visa application. So on this platform, you will need to upload a copy of your passport, and your passport will have to be valid for the full duration of your stay in France. So please check right now if your passport is valid for next year. ID picture, and then the proof of enrollment at Sheffield University, and finally your admission letter in the French institution. So as I said, we will not accept like a screenshot or an email. We will really need the copy of your acceptance letter, which has to mention the dates of your program, because the consulate, our colleagues at the consulate, they will issue your student visa for the period which is mentioned in the letter. Do you have any questions on that?
Sorry, just to add, so for University of Sheffield students, which you all are, you can get your proof of studying at University of Sheffield from SSID. It's easier to go in person, take your student uni card, and that's something that they can issue you. It's like a formal certificate that confirms that you're studying at the University of Sheffield. So it's easier to do that. You can do that now, or obviously not right now, but now it's easy to do it than to be worrying about it over the summer holidays when you have to do it online, and sometimes there's a bit of a delay and a bit of a wait. So it's much easier to get that document while you're still in Sheffield. Question.
Yes.
Do you need to like book an appointment to do it? No, just rock up.
So you will see on this Études en France platform, there is a section called like special status. In this section, you will be able to upload, for example, if you get a Turing scholarship, and it is, well, I know that you have this information quite late in the year, but it is important to upload it, or even a certificate from the university, because at the French Embassy we have decided to make a discount for Turing scheme beneficiaries, because this procedure, the Études en France procedure, there are fees that has to be paid. They are like, I think it's £110, and for Turing scheme students, they just paid 50%, like £55. So even if the students don't have, they don't have the final decision, I don't know if you can issue like a paper saying they will get a Turing scholarship for France. Yeah.
We obviously won't know, but what we do know is that some of the students that sort of are from lower income families, that they will be getting some support from Sheffield University. So is that enough, or does it have to be Turing funding?
The idea from the French Embassy point of view is that we wanted to support the fact that France is one of the top destinations in the frame of Turing scheme. So yeah, the idea is in the frame of that program, that bilateral program.
So that's a bit tricky. You'll have to make a call about whether you want the discount or whether you want to get on with the application, because we don't find, unfortunately, it's nothing to do with the French. It's all to do with the British government. We don't actually find out our Turing allocation until quite late, so we won't be able to confirm out to students whether you've got one or not. So you'll have to make a call about whether you just want to get on with the application or wait until you've got confirmation one way or the other about Turing. want the discount, yes. So that's why I'm saying you have to make a call. But if you're, sorry, this is a bit boring for you. If you're from a lower income family or receive a Sheffield scholarship or bursary and things like that, you will be the top priority for getting tutoring funding. If you're not from that group, we're not sure whether you'll get it. So I think if you're not in that bursary group, I would probably go ahead and pay the £110. I know it's annoying, but yeah.
How long does this process take for the
We'll come on to that now. So if you've got any more questions about tutoring, maybe I'll answer them later outside.
Sorry, so it takes, well, I would say that in May, June, we review the applications in 3, 4, 5 days, like maximum 1 week. But in July and August, it's a high peak period, so it can take up to maybe 2 weeks to review the application. So the idea is really to anticipate as much as you can. So, and at the end of when we review the application, you will receive by email a certificate, and you will, or an email from each Études en France with a certificate, and you will have to bring this email to your appointment at the TLS center. So I will talk about TLS just after, because it's part of the visa procedure. And yes, in your Études en France application, there is a language section. We don't expect you to upload a level certificate. Just mention the level that you've reached. It's just a declaration. There is no need to upload the certificate. So once the Études en France procedure is done, you can move to the France Visa platform, which is the platform where you will apply for your visa, and they will ask for 2 other documents. First, a proof of accommodation for the first 3 weeks. And what we advise students to do is, for example, to book hotel, Airbnb, that can be cancelled without any fees, so that if you find another accommodation that is better for you, you can then cancel this booking. And then you will also have to provide a proof of financial means. The minimum that is required by the French government is €615 per month. So you multiply by the number of months that you will stay in France, and you will have to provide a proof that you have this amount of money on a bank account. It can, of course, be the bank account of your parents if you don't have this money on yours. Is there any question? Yes.
So would you take proof of student loan?
Exactly. Yes, indeed. That's a good point. Student loan, scholarships. If they get a scholarship, they can also provide the proof that they will receive this grant every month.
And also, if for semester 2 students, obviously if you are getting tutoring funding, we can provide a letter to show how much tutoring funding you get as well. But obviously for semester 1 that would come quite late.
Yes?
for shorter stay visas, in the case that's in my admission letter, the university has written that
don't. I. I would say that it is the same amount, but I would not. I would have to check because I'm not 100% sure.
So
Is it less than 90 days?
The program is 3 weeks.
Okay.
And what nationality?
I'm from Iran.
Iran. Okay. Yes. Yeah. There is a special rules for short-term visa. So I would have to check what are the requirements for the funding.
Follow up. Sure.
Okay. Yes.
Might be silly, but so basically I'm planning on going probably a week before my like actual official thing starts. So on the letter from uni it'll say I start on like the 1st of September, but I'm probably going to go in August. So does that, where do I need the accommodation from? As in like, so do I use the 90 days before, and then does the visa start from 1st? Do you know what I mean?
So yes, indeed, you can, for example, if you want to go to France to visit, to like discover the region, you can go on your 90-day allowance, and then you can you will have to like cross the border again to have your visa start on the day. So let's say that you go in June, and then you stay June, July, August, and then you will have to cross again the border and say okay, and get the stamp from the authority, so that your visa start on this date. Is that clear or
Yeah.
yeah?
So if I went like the day before my visa started, how would that work? I just have to do that.
Yeah.
How would you recross the border, or is there like some place you could go to just to get it stamped?
Leave the country and come back in again. So it would depend.
But that's quite a lot of effort.
Then consider that as part of deciding what you're going to do. Basically,
Okay.
you know, we're not requiring you to have a holiday in France before
No,
you
but
set
I'm
up.
just saying, like, if you wanted to go 2 days to settle in beforehand, like, just move in right before term starts.
But when you apply for your visa, you don't have to apply only for the strict duration of your acceptance letter. You can apply, let's say, 3 weeks before, and then you explain on France visa, you explain why you ask for this period of visa, and the consulate they can consider that obviously you would like to go to France before to find your accommodation and to settle in. So it's completely fine. You don't have to arrive on the first day of your program. You can arrive before. Yes.
If using student finance as a proof of funding, can we use past letters if we don't have it like confirmed on the date? So it's in like, should I use this year as a proof for next year if it's not sort of like
So to give a bit more context, students can be currently applying now for their student loan for next year, but they won't necessarily have got an answer from student finance yet. So if they're wanting to apply for their French visa, can they go, well, here is my student loan for this year, and here's maybe evidence of my application for next year. Would that be an option potentially?
Again,
Yeah, it's,
that is something I will have to check with my colleagues at the consulate, because I'm not sure of what the rules are. Yeah. Yes.
If I'm getting paid for my work placement in France, can I put the salary that I'm going to get as my national afterwards?
Yes. Yes. Definitely. That's completely possible. Yeah. Okay. Should I move on? Okay. So when you apply for your student visa on France Visa, you will have to book an appointment at an office called TLS. TLS is it's a private company, and their role is to receive applicants for visas, and they collect your paper documents. So they will collect your passport and all the supportive documents that are required for your visa. I would advise you really to anticipate, because sometimes students, they go on TLS calendar and they see that there is no more appointments available. So you really have to think about it really in advance, especially when you plan your holidays, because for, I would say, maybe 3 weeks, you will be without your passport, because it will be in the hands of TLS and then in the hands of the consulate to review your application and to issue the visa. So there are 3 TLS centers in the UK, one in London, one in Manchester, and one in Edinburgh. 10 minutes. Okay, so I need to speed up. And as you see, there are fees also to be paid for TLS center, £76. And if you miss your appointments, unfortunately you will have to pay again, so don't miss it. So yeah, you see the timeline. Études en France, well, my colleague put 2 or 3 days, sometimes it can take more time. And then your France Visa procedure, the time that it takes to review your application, and then 3 weeks later you can get your passport back and go to France. Settling in France, well, of course, the accommodation can be an issue, especially in some cities like Paris. We've put some information on this slide, so you will be able to read it carefully. One option, well, the first thing that I would advise you to do is to ask your French institution, because most of the time they have some accommodation to provide to international students. I used to work for Paris 1 Panthéon-Sorbonne, and I was the head of the mobility office, and we had 100 rooms for international students. So first thing, ask them. Second thing, you can also apply for what we call the CRUS. So this is a university residence, and it's I would say I think it's the cheapest option for accommodation. And then there are many private options, such as, for example, FlatShare and other platform that we've put on this slide. There is also a very important thing that could be useful for you is because you will be asked for a guarantor, and there is a public scheme which is called VISALE, V-I-S-A-L-E. This is free, and you apply online, you will get a certificate, and you provide this to the landlord, and you don't have to provide anything else. So this is very, very, very useful. And for accommodation, another useful scheme to have in mind is called APL. This is a public scheme which helps you to pay the rent. You can get up to €200 per month to help you pay the rent. You will be able to ask student association, they will help you with that. You will apply online. It's, if I have just time to show you. So it's this. It's custom housing assistance. So it's APL for aide personnalisée au logement. And you will be able to enter your details, you will get the information, and you will apply directly online. So this is very, very useful for you. So I will go. Then healthcare. I talked with the global engagement team, and they told me that the option that you are advised to do is the GHIC. So apply for the global health insurance card. The only thing about GHIC is that you will be refunded when you come back to the UK. So if you know that you will have to go to the doctor quite often, I would advise you to apply for the Sécurité Sociale on a website called Amélie. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. And with the carte vitale that you will receive, you will be refunded immediately. So that's good to know. And for European students, you can apply for the HIHIC card, so European Health Insurance Card, and it's the same than the carte vitale. So with the HIHIC card, you will be covered. Another thing that I wanted to show you, it's Bienvenue en France label certificate. This is a policy that was implemented in 2018, and institutions have improved their welcoming for international students. And you can find like documents like this. So I've chosen Aix-Marseille University with all what they do to welcome international students, like welcome desk, orientation week, French language courses, courses taught in English, buddy programs, a lot of information. And you also have other kind of documents with, like, no, not this one. It's there. It's on specifically on cities. Like for example here, it's Welcome to Lyon. So it's a document with all the information about what the city of Lyon is doing to welcome international students. So you will find the address for the welcome desk, associations, information about accommodation. So this is very important and very interesting for you. And so finally, when you come back to the UK, the way to stay in touch with us is to join a network called France Alumni UK. So it's a platform where you can register, and then in that way you will be informed about future events that we organize. We organize several events through the year across the UK, and for example, from May until the end of June, we will organize what we call the Alumni Day Festival, and we will organize several events the theme for this year is talents to change the world. So we will highlight like very interesting profiles of people who are involved in a innovation project. So you will be able to meet other students who went to France for their studies and to build your network. So that's a really interesting way to stay in touch with France. So I will stop there so that I can take some questions yeah, thank you for your attention. I hope I was not too long.
And we'll keep the round of applause on the recording.